My son Brendan was diagnosed with Kawasaki disease when he was about 16 months of age. Yeah. So he had a fever for a total of 5 days, and essentially over that 5-day period he had all of the symptoms of Kawasaki disease. And being a doctor myself, having seen children with Kawasaki disease before, when I woke up on the 5th day and realized that he had those symptoms, it did cross my mind that possibility he could have Kawasaki disease, but I thought to myself, don't be silly, it can't be possible, and I was in denial. And we decided, my wife and I, to take him to hospital, and he was seen in an emergency department, and the doctor that saw me that day said, actually, you used to work here, he had all the symptoms, what do you think he has? And I said, Kawasaki disease, and true enough, that's what he had. So essentially, we were very lucky that he was diagnosed as soon as it was possible after the 5 days of fever, and we were lucky he had the treatment with the immunoglobulins on that same day itself, and thankfully he has not had any complications in his heart to date. From being a child that looked very lethargic, very miserable, to about 24 hours later, after having the immunoglobulins on, I committed to a totally different child with no fever. He was up about in the ward, walking around, colouring and drawing, and such a difference the treatment makes to him. So that was a thing that really struck me. With regards to the diagnosis, we were very lucky. Like I said, the department that we took him to was very experienced, and there was no question about the diagnosis in him, and he had the appropriate treatment. But where we felt we struggled a little in terms of finding out what happens after the diagnosis, in terms of what follow-up he needs, when the scans needs to be done, and that's where we had to actually seek advice from Sue from the Kawasaki support group, who put us through to some information about what's routinely being offered, and therefore we could go back to the doctors and say, actually, this is what the support group have recommended, and they followed it, so that was good. Obviously, it was a shock when the diagnosis was made, and a lot of anxiety within my wife and I, but also the extended family, because everyone will ask what it is, and being medical, we tell them. There's still anxiety with my wife and I in terms of the long-term outlook, in terms of what will happen in the future. We have been made informed that there is a slightly higher risk of cardiac problems when he's older, so that's still in our minds on a day-to-day basis, thinking about what we need to do for him in the future. My advice is to be the advocate for your child, because you know your child's best. And this obviously is a rare disease, and therefore not all doctors will know about it. You may find that being in touch with a support group meaning that you have more information than some of the doctors out there that may have, and therefore sharing that information widely is important. The use of social media and spreading awareness of Kawasaki disease can be very helpful as well. But the main thing I would say is be the advocate for your child, and you know them best, and therefore seek the best for your child in terms of their care.